Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. As I stated many times before, the particularities of an intelligent individual is the capability to plan ahead. That's one, okay? Plan ahead, plan your steps. The more steps you can think of and plan ahead, and the more scenarios can you envision, that means you will be better prepared when whatever scenario occurs. You will be already prepared because you at least started thinking about it, and you already have 3 or 4 options thought instead of okay, now what. In this case, we have here in this article that I have here, I have a very important person who should know what I just said being a fact, and especially in his line of work. And this guy is, I think, is the Minister of Defense or Intelligence, right? Let's see. This article comes from the Voice of Ukraine, and it's from October 19th. And this is the title: Weak Putin has to resort to nuclear blackmail, UK defense chief says. After suffering a string of defeats on the battlefield in Ukraine, Russian dictator Vladimir Putin is forced to resort to quote-unquote nuclear rhetoric. UK Chief of the Defense Staff Tony Radakin, anyway, said on October 19th, as reported by Reuters, and I'm quoting this individual, he, Putin, has few options left, hence the nuclear rhetoric. Radakin said. Okay, Mr. Radakin, you say this now? You just came or reached this conclusion now? You seem surprised or something. Have you thought it through? Have you thought maybe this is gonna be the course of events, if you guys do what you're doing? And if you thought it's true, what's next? I mean, that's another surprise. Did you take this into consideration, this circumstance? He added that Putin's nuclear blackmail is concerning and deeply irresponsible. Yeah, you are. I'm pretty sure you're all ready for that. You have all the plans ready for that, right? And I'm quoting again, and while this is worrying and deeply irresponsible, it is a sign of weakness, which is precisely why the international community needs to remain strong and united. Meaning what exactly? At the same time, the official declined to say how likely he thinks Putin is to use nuclear weapons against Ukraine. And I'm quoting, I would just stress the recklessness of Russia using the language around nuclear, and that this is desperate. We need to focus on our continued support to Ukraine and not be drawn into reckless rhetoric, he concluded. So let me see if I got it right. So we're fighting, and while we're fighting, that guy has a little grenade. We are in a room, okay? It's me and this guy. So I beat this guy, bang, 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 bang. He's got a grenade. I got a grenade too. That means if I detonate the grenade in the room, we both die 100% certain, okay? Certain, that's no doubt. So I beat this guy, and I get him in a corner. He goes down like, he's almost done, and I hit him. According to this guy, is losing, right? Is desperate. What do you think that he will do? He's got a grenade. What do you think that he will do with the grenade? He has 2 options, right? One is to give up and say, okay, here's my grenade, you won. That's one. Or in his desperation, he's just gonna clip. There you go, my boy. Now, if you continue pounding this guy, you're not gonna knock him out, okay? Knocking out meaning destroying Putin and about 50 other people in one blow. Because if you kill Putin, you had other people who probably are even angrier than that guy, and crazier, or crazy anyway. Why I say crazy? Because I don't think Putin is crazy. Why? If he would have been crazy, he would have used the nuclear arsenal the first day the Americans said, okay, we're going to support Ukraine with weapons. That's a red line. The first truck with bullet coming from Poland, I will do that. And that would be how a madman speaks, but it was not like that. So anyway, so what would you do? Do you continue? You know that if you start pounding this guy, he's gonna probably, and he's telling you, I'm gonna use the grenade. I'm gonna use the grenade. Why do you hit him? If you continue hitting him, do you think the chances are he's gonna use the grenade or not? If he let you know that I will use it. I think he will use it. I'm thinking 99% certain that he's gonna use it. And this guy is saying we have to stay united and continue doing what we're doing. That means pounding, not talking. I say, okay, man, you had enough? You had enough? You want to talk now? Huh? That's how you do then. But no, you keep doing the same thing we did, but you got to stay united. So what do you think is going on here? I would, while I punch that guy, I would say, now you want to talk? You're going to do it again? Blah, blah, blah. Let's talk. You know, I'm not going to keep the pressure until this guy breaks, becomes 100% irrational, and detonates the grenade. I mean, that's totally illogical. And this guy says the exact thing. We should stay the course. Okay. I think that this will lead to exactly what the other side is telling you. And besides, Russians are very consistent in what they say and what they do. So if they told you that that's a red line, look what they did with the Ukrainians when they told the Ukrainians, if you hit the bridge, we're going to give you up. This is the result since what, the 12th of October. Everybody's like, oh, terrorist state. Really. And the same here. They told you, guys, if you attack Russia and we lose, as I'm down there and telling you I'm losing, I can't hold it, I'm going to use anything that I have, everything that I have in my arsenal to defend myself, including my grenade, based on the, I don't want to say credibility, consistency. What do you think is going to happen? And these guys are pushing and pushing and pushing. And he talks about the nuclear rhetoric. Yes, we knew that would happen from the very beginning. Is it a surprise all of a sudden? I mean, you are the chief of the blah, 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 UK intelligence, defense, MOFO, and so on. You are surprised. Very reckless. Do you have a plan? Yeah, the plan is doing the same thing that led us here. Because I'm not saying you should lose the war. I'm not implying, hey, you should lose the war now, because otherwise the guy is going to use the blackmail. Let me win, otherwise I'm going to detonate the grenade. No, but say, okay, we're going to continue, but let's talk. You want to talk? No, okay, we're going to go. They don't even want to talk. The talking thing, the negotiating is not even on the table. They expect the Russians to say, yeah, well, okay, man, we negotiate. No, because there's going to be a unconditional surrender. These guys don't want anything less than that. They want unconditional surrender. Do you think that if Putin says now, okay, all right, guys, stop. This is what we're going to do. We're going to get our forces back. We're going to let you kill all the Ukrainians, Russians that we're going to leave all the territories that voted for Ukraine or for Russia, or they didn't vote. You're going to take care of them like any other countries did in the history. Which means go from door to door and check, oh, he was, blah, 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 blah. Get him in front of some very fair, organized court hearings, because Ukraine is a very clear and perfect country. There's no corruption, nothing like that. There's not humans, they're angels. And then after we did that, we're going to pay about $300 billion reparations, plus interest, about, I don't know, 50 trillion, quadrillion, balatrillion, okay, forever and ever. Then we all agreed to hang ourselves, and you just give us the list. And so, okay, Putin, okay, Lavrov, we're going to get about 200 people, and the rest we're going to have you court-martial and bring them and try them as you tried Slobodan Milosevic and others, or the guys in Nuremberg, right? And the German leaders. And then what are you going to do next? You're going to demand that some moderate 34-year-old woman, preferably, or maybe non-binary, or I don't know, something like that, would be in charge of Russia. Russians will pay reparations to everyone, including that group that always receives it, since we have 4 guys in charge of Ukraine. And then you're going to denuclearize, you're going to destroy all your nuclear weapons, we're going to oversee that. We're going to take control of your and basically you're going to be our Ukraine from now on. And if you agree with that, then you might come back into the world community. I think nothing less than this. And all those guys just boom, hang themselves, boom, zam, barabam, boom, 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 and their families, so they don't think about paying back or any revenge to the seventh generation, like the old book says. Okay, so this is what they really want. You don't think so? Well, it's okay. We're going to find out maybe, or maybe not, but I think we will, because we have examples. We have examples of countries like this. Russia will not be, okay, now we stop, time out, armistice. Armistice is not an armistice. It's going to be now or all or nothing. I mean, and the Russians know that. I mean, even if they don't, that's their problem. What are they going to do? If they're still in power, they're going to eventually say, guys, one more step. That's what they're going to end up saying. One more step, we're going to blow everything out. I'm going to detonate the grenade. I guarantee you that if Russia starts losing, right now it's not losing, because it's not like, oh my God, we're running. Yeah, lose here, but the front is still there. So the line doesn't move. Okay, we go back like a counter-offensive in the Second World War, right? From the Stalingrad on. So we'll find out. And believe me, if that would be the case, and the Germans will be the Russians, the Germans in the Second War, now Russians will be in Germans' position from Second World War, they would say, one more step, we're going to use the grenade before you come closer. And whatever happens. We'll see. We'll see. Thank you. But maybe it's going to be general mobilization before that, and with that it's going to clean the house. Unfortunately, in Ukraine, they're going to destroy Ukrainian nation, and the other guys are not going to intervene because they are going to have people, their boys, going over there. And but maybe if there's going to be a depression here, what's best? What else to do than send people over there? Therefore, you solve the depression because you're going to have less people. Anyway, Malthus is celebrating right now. Thomas Malthus. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.